It happens every year about this time. All over Vancouver Island, garage doors are opening. At this time of year, all Vancouver Island roads seem to lead to Duncan for the annual Ford and Friends picnic. These early risers are leading the pack to the BC Forest Museum in Duncan, hoping to grab that good spot in the main show area. There are several events like this held every year, but this one is kind of special. It's the biggest, and it's growing each year. Just before the crowds come streaming through those turnstiles, owners have just enough time to give their cars some last-minute TLC. Every year the picnic keeps growing with a record number of cars and fans of all ages. Some come to see the sheer power of the muscle cars and street rods of yesteryear, while others just can't get enough of those classic curves and chrome. This is more than just a car show. It's an opportunity for owners and fans from all over to meet and enjoy a picnic. For these four-wheel beauties, it's a bumper party. Take time out to watch an artist at work. Just one of the many activities planned for this day. And your entry fee to the Ford and Friends picnic also allows you to tour the Forest Museum on another set of wheels, old number 1. Lots to see and lots to do.
Both ways. Did we say, when I tapped in here, did we say Fords and Friends? McBeanball, Fords and Friends.
Cars can be a hobby for kids of all ages. Appreciation is the easy part. The work is in the restoration. Oh, if these machines could only speak. And a little rain isn't going to spoil this picnic. True enthusiasts come prepared. Hey, this party is just beginning.
Oh, play me mountain music. Oh, play me mountain music. Oh, play me mountain music. Oh, play.
Pete, what year's your car?
It's a 31 Ford Model A Coupe.
I noticed you've done a really nice change with that 32 grill shell, and is that a special mix paint, Pete?
Yeah, it's a special base clear urethane, and it's the base is a copper colored metallic, and the top coat is a burgundy clear.
Well, it's really turned out super, and I understand the story on this. You picked this car up from a fella down in Renton, Washington, and his story was that he'd sell you the car as long as you didn't basically change it. But we can see that. What do you think he'd say if he saw it now?
I don't know if he'd be too pleased or not.
I think
it
he'd
turned
be really
out great
pleased.
myself.
Okay. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the motor plant in the car, Pete?
Okay, the motor is a little different than the usual. It's a Chrysler 340, and it's running a 727 Chrysler automatic.
Hi, Malcolm.
And the rear end is a Ford 9-inch.
Understandably, it's probably running, what, a TCI frame on this car?
It's got a TCI frame, yeah, fully boxed.
And except for the rain, I mean, the show here is it's typical show. I know you
I think
come
they're great. I've been
every
coming
year.
for 2 or 3 years now, and they get bigger every year.
Yeah.
And see some really fantastic looking cars.
Thanks a lot, Pete. I really appreciate the time you spent with us, and the car just looks fantastic.
Okay, thank
Thanks
you.
a lot. Well, Mr. Clark, you figured the rain was going to deter, but hey, we talking to people and they just really don't care. They're just having a great time, eh?
Hey, we've had a good day today, even though
How
the
many
weather.
cars
We
have
got a lot of
turned out?
cars. A lot of cars just turned around and went back home, but we've got a lot.
How many cars have turned out, Al? Do you know? Over 400?
I think it's around the 400 mark, yeah. I haven't checked the
Hey, a
number.
lot of people are having a lot of fun, and all the comments are just great. Thanks very much, Al.
What's a picnic without a barbecue? Try sinking your teeth into one of these beauties.
Hi, Dave. Whereabouts you from?
Victoria,
What year is your car here?
1927 T, two-door sedan.
I understand this car was originally out of Nanaimo.
Yeah, it was built by a fella in Nanaimo,
Yeah.
and I bought it last August off him.
Okay. I think, what was the name of the car originally?
It was called the Crush T.
Yeah, I remember seeing this car down at the Get Lost in the 60s a few years ago.
That's
Do you remember
right.
That
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are we running in this car?
It's got a Ford V6 with a C4 automatic transmission. It's all torsion bar suspension. It's got a Ford 9-inch in it.
Okay.
It's
Basically, the Ford 9-inch seems to be a pretty common rear end they put in these cars, basically because of what durability.
durability, and also they hang in there pretty good.
What do you think of the show this year?
It's a real good show. Yeah, even although it's raining.
Could you say a few words, please? We'd like to know if you're enjoying the show.
Hi guys, you enjoying the show?
Loving it. Yeah.
You got some cars in here?
This fellow does.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm spectating.
Are you? You come every year?
First time,
First time, eh?
and I'm dazzled.
Tell me, how are you guys enjoying the show today?
Oh, pretty good.
One of the best, yeah. If the weather
Lots
was
of cars.
better,
Weather's
being
good.
better. It seems to be getting better now, so we're doing all right.
What's your favorite car here today?
Favorite car? I don't know. This 32 here is pretty nice. The one right beside us. Pretty nice car.
I like the purple flame Merc down there. It's a 51 Merc.
What do you think of the show? You having a good time?
Yeah, real good time.
Do you come here often, every year?
Every year, every year.
What type of car do you folks have?
That yellow and white glass top right there.
Oh, that one.
You could get a good
best of the
picture of that,
show.
yeah.
We'll come down and take a picture of it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. Are you enjoying the show today?
Yes.
Would there be anything you would change about it, or?
Weather.
The weather.
Yeah, but hey, now we're getting some sun. As soon as you said that, we got some sun. Okay. You come every year. It's kind of an event to come to, or
Annual.
Try and make every
it's an annual event.
Yeah, it's an
You really
annual
enjoy it, eh?
Yep, very much.
Okay. Well,
Great.
thanks very much.
Hey.
Okay. Just coming in. Are you late starters, or?
No, we're here at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. How are you enjoying it?
Great. Awesome.
There's about 400 cars here this year.
That's not bad.
Which is pretty good because we figured the rain was going to pull it down, but you enjoying it? And,
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's super.
Rain or shine, I come every year.
Okay, thanks very much.
You
Appreciate
bet.
it. Okay, bye-bye.
I don't remember you coming last year.
I came with Ernie.
Oh, I see.
Do you like cars?
Oh, I love cars.
Yeah.
As long as they've got four wheels and can run, I'm fine.
Whoa, what's this? A motorized bar stool? Let's get back to four wheels.
Hi, John. Whereabouts are you from?
Victoria.
Victoria. How long have you had this car?
I've had it now 12 years.
12 years. I also understand that you also build cars and help fellas out, and you have your own shop.
Yeah, every so often. Yeah.
Oh, that's just great. There's a couple other cars here that you have built, and there's one car I'd like to go on later on and talk to you about is Ernie's car, Ernie Skinner. We'll go and take a look at that car next.
Sure.
Maybe you can tell us about that one.
Will do.
Tell us a little bit about this car right here that we see, the LaSalle that you did for Ernie.
I completely redid this car for Ernie. I started about 18 months ago, and basically tore it all the way took it all the way down to the ground and redid the car to ground up.
What type of suspension have you got in the front of the car?
It's got a Nova clip in it with tubular A-arms, which have been narrowed for scrub turning on the car.
Okay, and now if we go back in, what kind of engine we got? Are we running a 454 in this car?
It's a 454 that's been bored out. It's running fuel injection in it.
And then what about your transmission?
It's a Turbo 400.
Turbo 400, and how would the back wheels turn, and what's happening there?
Well, we got a Camaro rear end in the back.
Camaro rear end in the back, okay. Now I understand this car is completely digital, and there's been a tremendous amount of interest in this car, and maybe we can go around and take a look at the dash and everything that you did, because it really looks sharp. Maybe we should just let you go ahead and explain what you've done in this car.
Well, the digital that's in the car is a bought unit. All the tooling that's done on the dash I actually did myself. The dash has been converted from the bottom half of the dash down. There's no exterior knobs on the actual dash for headlights or wipers. Everything's actually hidden in the car. It's all digital. And in the dash itself, behind the speaker grill, all the radio components, the air conditioning, and all your lighting switches are all hidden in behind there. It's running a Lecara steering wheel. The interior is leather with corduroy, and it's got a Pioneer stereo system in it. It's running roughly about 12 speakers in it. It's got mid-ranges, tweeters, and woofers in it, which the woofers are hidden in behind the back seat.
Well, I'll tell you, John, you've surely done a nice job of this car, and it's beautiful. And as we said before, there's been a lot of interest on this car. And I was talking to Ernie earlier today, and boy, he's sure thrilled with it. And it's sure a super job, and you should be complimented on it. Thanks very much, John, for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Folks, here's the daddy, the Packard. Remember when men were men and cars were cars? A lot of time, financial investment, dedication, and love goes into restoring these cars. T-Bird, I wonder, would people line up if they announced they were building these again? Remember how Henry Ford used to say, you can have any color you want, as long as it's black. I wonder what he'd say today. A Ford pickup. Well, the chassis.
Okay, this is Randy Holmquist, and he's from Lanceville, and he's got himself into a really neat project. And what you're kind of getting into the future here, Randy, with these cars where we're looking at battery-powered cars.
Well, we're taking the motors out of small trucks. Small trucks are best because they're designed to carry the extra load. The suspension and brakes and steering are all designed around, heavier loads. So we're taking the motors out, the gas motors out, and converting to electric drive. They're 120 volt DC power supply, 20 lead acid batteries, and they'll do 80 miles an hour on the highway.
That's very interesting. And how you got interested in doing this? Is this because of your own interest?
Yeah, I just wanted a cheap way to go to work.
You want a cheap way to go to work?
And non-polluting.
Oh, right on. And how long does it, okay, now you're telling me that your range on these vehicles are approximately 80 kilometers.
80 kilometers
It'd be about, in the old timers scale, let's say 50 miles.
50 miles.
And then after you're finished doing that and it runs down, you basically take it to an area where you can get it charged. And
plug it into any household outlet.
Yeah. And then you just charge overnight. What do you think the typical range is going to be on these automobiles?
Well, at the moment, the range is quite sufficient for commuting. You know, if we can get up to 100 miles, then that would be great.
Okay, well, thanks very much. And I know they're quite interesting over there at the announcement stand because the Ford and Friends and the club, of course, have been announcing it, and there's been a lot of interest on the vehicles.
Oh, lots of interest.
Okay, that's just great. Thanks for taking the time with us.
Thank you.
Or 25 years from now, the cars we're driving today will be classics. Well, maybe a few of them. They just don't build them like they used to. The Ford and Friends picnic is one of the best, and next year it'll be even better. See you there.